All right, so we've been looking at the achieve component of when it comes to your leadership. So how it is that you go about doing stuff day to day. And if there was one thing I've noticed around managers, and I asked you guys beforehand how it is you go about managing your day. So do we have a to-do list, like I've got, so to-do list, or whether we're using Monday, or whether we're using Asana, or whether we're not using a checklist at all. My recommendation is that somewhere we're trapping and capturing what it is that we need to do. And people like Stephen Covey and others have been talking about that for years. But I think there's one thing that often gets missed when it comes to managing your task day to day. So most people will write a list down and done that, good, there's step one. Step two is actually putting it in some form of priority so that we're not just doing all the really simple tasks. And Stephen Covey would refer to it as rocks, pebbles and sand. So we're not just doing all of the sand task or the little email responses, we're trying to knock over some of the rocks as well. But I think there's probably a third part that gets missed from most lists, and that's not just the priority and not just the task, but how long do you actually think it's going to take? So actually having all of that listed. So is this a 2-minute task? Is it a 10-minute task? Or is this going to take half a day? Because when we're in the thick of things at work and we're busy with doing things, we're looking through our list, but you might only have a couple of minutes between meetings. So what is it you can take on and finish in that time period? And what is it that you actually need to schedule some big chunky space in your diary to knock off as a task? You're not going to know that if you've just got the task and the priority. If you've taken a moment as you're writing it down to think, this is going to take me a couple of hours, well, you can actually schedule that into your week. And so when we're dealing with the day-to-day stuff or the firefighting that we have to do, you actually get a bit of clear air time. I've got 20 minutes, right, of the list here, what can I actually do? Right, so I think for me, that's a missing. The task, the priority, and how long you think it's going to take. And we'll see where that fits around how you manage your day.